Cricket is game of gentlemen. In today's video, we will discuss the top 10 most best players of the cricket of all time. On number 10, it's Virat Kohli from India. Virat Kohli has been a special player across formats and held ICC's top rank. Recently, Australian cricket commentator and former cricketer Michael Clarke hailed him as the greatest ODI batsman of all time. Kohli has amassed more than 10,000 runs in ODI at a phenomenal average of 59.50. He has scored 39 centuries, the second behind Sachin Tendulkar. Kohli is fondly called the chase master as he has made chasing look easy and scored 2,400 while chasing, and 21 of them resulted in wins. On number 9, it's Wasim Akram from Pakistan. Wasim Akram, by name King of Swings, Pakistani cricket player generally regarded as the greatest left-handed bowler of all time and an outstanding all-rounder who helped lead Pakistan to the World Cup Championship of One-Day International Cricket in 1992. Akram was capable of moving the ball late, both in the air and off the pitch with subtle changes of pace. He had one of the most varied arsenals in cricket history, with in-swing, out-swing, yorkers and bouncer being just some of the weapons at his disposal. On number 8, it's Kumar Sangakkara from Sri Lanka. He stopped playing when he was at his peak. He is the only player to hit 4 consecutive centuries in ODIs and did it in World Cup. He is the second highest run getter in ODIs and 6th highest run getter in Tests. His Test average 57.40 is the highest among batsmen who made 10,000 plus runs. Big players perform on big stages and Sanga did exactly that in 2014 World T20 final. On number 7, it's Jaques Kallis from South Africa. Jaques Kallis amassed 10,000 plus runs in both Tests and ODIs and is the 3rd highest run getter in Tests and 7th highest run getter in ODIs. He is known as the greatest all-rounder of modern era, picking up 250 plus wickets in both formats. The South African player has scored 45 centuries in Tests, second most by any batsman behind Tendulkar. Also, Kallis holds the record for Man of the Match awards in Tests with 23. He holds the record of 5 centuries after Bradman. On number 6 is Sir Viv Richards of West Indies. Viv Richards was way ahead of his contemporaries. He had a strike rate of 90.2 in ODIs in 70s and 80s. He is one of the 5 wisdom cricketers of the 20th century, held the record for fastest 100 of 56 balls in Test for 40 years, before Brendan McCullum broke the record in 2015. He guided West Indies to a World Cup win in 1979, making an unbeaten 138 of 157 balls against England in the final. On number 5, it's Shane Warne from Australia. Former Australian cricketer Shane Warne is one of the most elite cricketers of the century, ushering the national team to some of the greatest highs. From 1992 till 2007, Shane Warne bagged more than 1,000 wickets across, and his 708 was once the highest in Test. Shane Warne has picked Sachin Tendulkar, Lara, Saeed Anwar as best batsman of his era. On number 4, it's Imran Khan from Pakistan, arguably the greatest all-rounder produced by Pakistan and also the greatest captain from the country. Imran Khan was responsible for their World Cup title victory in 1992. The charismatic leader and all-rounder has more than 500 international wickets to his name and 7,000 plus runs. But more than his runs or wickets, his biggest impact lies in the transformation he held in Pakistan team. He was known as a crowd puller. On number 3, it's Lara of West Indies. Who was the toughest to bowl to? If you ask this question to premier bowlers of the 90s and early 2000s, most would say it was Lara. The elegant left-hander played pace and spin equally well. His 400 against England in 2004 is the highest individual score in Test. His 375 against England in 1994 is 3rd on the list of highest individual scores in the longest format of the game. On number 2, it's Sachin Tendulkar of India. Sachin Tendulkar is known as the Master Blaster. He made his debut at age 16 against Pakistan and never looked back, amassing the most runs in both ODIs and Tests. He has scored 100 international centuries and scored the most runs in the World Cups. He played many memorable knocks and won many games single-handedly. Tendulkar carried the hopes of millions every time he walked up to bat and didn't disappoint. He was the reason people made cricket a profession and many started watching cricket just to see him bat. And finally on number 1, it's Sir Don Bradman from Australia. Bradman is the greatest batsman of all time with average of 99.94 in Tests. When Bradman went to bat for the final time, he needed to score only 4 runs to mark a phenomenal average of 100. But he was bowled by a googly of Eric Hawley's. Still, Bradman's consistency and ability to play long innings were unmatchable. He notched 12 200 plus scores and scored 600 in 6 consecutive matches in 1937 and 38 session. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you like it. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel.